हेलो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स एंड फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय पेज किड्स लर्निंग क्लासरूम स्टाइल। मैं शिखा और आप सबको मेरा जय श्री श्याम। आज हम अपने साइंस सब्जेक्ट के टॉपिक डाइजेस्टिव एंड एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम को कंटिन्यू करेंगे। आज हमने कल जो कवर किया था उसे रिवाइज करेंगे एंड टुडे वी विल कवर अनदर टॉपिक विच इज वेज फॉर हेल्दी डाइजेशन. So yesterday what all we have covered, my dear students? Yesterday all the organs that are a part of digestive system, the digestion process, we have discussed that in detail. We'll quickly revise that. So as we know that the digestion process starts from mouth. In mouth we have three parts: teeth, tongue and salivary glands. So when we eat the food, the teeth helps in chewing and grinding the food. The food is then mixed with the saliva, which is secreted by the salivary glands and further churned and then pushed to the food pipe with the help of the tongue. Then from mouth the food pipe travels to the stomach through food pipe, which is also called esophagus, and then in the stomach the food here stays for 3 hours. The food here is partially digested and then moved to the small intestine. Here the juice produced by liver called bile and the digestive juices produced by pancreas are used to digest the food properly. And after the food is digested, the entire digestion process gets completed in the small intestine. The small intestine is a long coiled tube which helps in absorption of nutrients, and then through this coil the food passes very slowly. Here the food gets completely digested with the help of the two juices which I have mentioned. The digested food is then absorbed by the blood in the small intestine, and then the undigested food from the small intestine moves to the larger intestine. Here the absorption of minerals and water take place, and then whatever the waste is there or the undigested food is there, that is churned into paste which is stored in the rectum. It is then excreted through the anus, and this process of excretion is called egestion. And what is the other name of large intestine? It's also known as colon. Yes, so these are the various internal body organs which is involved to carry out the digestion process. Now it's very important that this entire process goes very smoothly, is carried out very smoothly by the different organs involved for our healthy, for us to stay healthy. For the food that we eat, we get the nutrients out of it. So there is a few set of things that we need to keep in mind for this entire process to happen very smoothly by our body. So what are those? The very first thing, since the digestion process starts from the mouth, so the food that we eat that needs to be chewed, that needs to be grinded very well in the mouth. Why? Because as we can see in the picture, when the food that we eat, it's being churned in the mouth itself. If we will not chew the food very finely, very slowly, then we may stress this food pipe, because this is just a kind of a tube. So the tube has a limited space, if you can see. So here, if you will not chew the food, if we will not chew the food properly, then this food pipe may get stressed. We may feel at times getting choked, and then what will happen? The food, when it will enter the stomach, the entire digestion process will take a lot of time. So the start of this process has to be very much correct, my dear students. So that's why we have our parents generally say that eat slowly, chew the food properly, don't be in a hurry to finish your meal. Yes, and this is the reason why they say, because when the food from mouth it goes to the stomach, it goes through a very thin through a pipe, and for that pipe to take the food, if it's chewed properly, it's very easy for the food to travel to the stomach. And if the food is not properly chewed, it gets difficult for the food to reach the stomach, and the food pieces which are little big in pieces, if we have not chewed in properly, it will always take more time for our body to digest that, to absorb the nutrients out of it. Yes, so the same thing, my dear students, I have written down here. So we are discussing ways for healthy digestion. It is very important to chew food properly for healthy digestion. Then what I have written, chewing food in the mouth helps in the breakdown of larger particles of food into smaller particles. In this way, the food pipe does not get stressed. When we chew the food, a lot of saliva is released into the mouth, and with what releases saliva, it's our salivary glands. Saliva contains digestive enzymes that helps in easy and quick digestion of foods. So what does saliva contains? It contains digestive enzymes that helps in easy and quick digestion of food. So what are these enzymes, my dear students? These enzymes are a chemical substance that increases the speed of certain processes that take place in our body. So basically these are good enzymes in our body. Then what else we need to do? That's the other thing, my dear students. When we had studied in our topic human body, food we eat, there we had understood the importance of a balanced diet. So a diet should contains more of proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage, water, carbohydrates, and fats to a little less quantity. Why? Because the more of green leafy vegetables, fruits we eat, they contains a lot of water. They have a lot of nutritional value, my dear students, that helps in digesting the food easily, that helps in this entire digestion process to happen very easily. And when we include more of roughage, more of vitamins and minerals, the bowel movement becomes very smooth. So what's a bowel movement? It is basically the process through which the undigested food is excreted from our body through anus. So that is the stool, that is the stool that gets passed out of our body. So focused on balanced diet, we should consume a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, which are rich in fiber and helps in regulate bowel movement. Yes, and then what else, my dear? We also studied the importance of water intake. Why? Because the more water we'll take, this entire process will become more smooth. If we will only eat, then what will happen? There will be no much, the juices are being produced by different body parts to help this digestion process. But then we also need a lot of water for smooth bowel movement and to prevent constipation. So that's hydration, the third point. We need to drink a plenty of water throughout the day to keep things moving smoothly and prevent constipation. And then what is constipation, my dear students? Constipation means passing hard stool or feces with difficulty and fewer than 3 bowel movements in a week. So that is bowel movements, the act of emptying the feces. So here, if suppose in general, so when we will not drink water, what will happen? This bowel movement will not happen smoothly, and this will lead to constipation. Yes, so we also need to ensure that we drink a lot of water. The water intake in our body should be very good. The for food that we eat should be rich, should be a balanced diet. And then what else? We should include probiotic and follow portion control. So what do I mean by portion control? We should never overeat, my dear students. What happens at times when we eat too much, it will create a little stress to our digestive system, because the stomach, because none of the organ, because every organ that a body has a limited, is of a particular shapes and size. Yes, so when we overeat the food, we feel very we feel our body literally makes us feel very tired at times. We feel very lazy also, and at time when we overeat, we just feel very discomfort. Why is that? Because the organs that are there in our body are of a particular shape and size, and if we unnecessarily put too much into a limited space, what will happen? It will cause discomfort. Yes, so therefore, and what are probiotics? Are basically good bacteria which is good for our body. So probiotic include probiotic rich foods like yogurt to introduce beneficial bacteria to improve digestion. And we should avoid overeating, as large meals can strain your digestive system. As I told that, my dear students, when we eat, that all our body, our organs are of a particular shape and size. So when we try to fit too much into a small space, it will cause a lot of discomfort. And then the last, it's regular exercise. Our food habit should always match with the activity that we do on a daily basis, my dear students. So as students, you guys study also, then you guys spend some time playing also. So that's why you guys need more of proteins and then carbohydrates. But then there are many individuals who activities does not require a lot of carbohydrates, because carbohydrates should be consumed more for people who have more of physical activity, like the workers, like our workers, or the physical trainers, the weightlifters. Because what do? Their activity, their day-to-day activity involves a lot of physical activity, which we as students may not have. We have a balance. We spend almost 6 to 7 hours of our time in the schools, wherein it's mostly we have a sitting work. But yes, when in the evening, we make sure that always take time to go and play for an hour, and even more than that, my dear students, because it will improve the overall process, the overall development of our body. Yes, so regular exercise, physical activity can help stimulate bowel movements and improve overall digestive health. So here are the few points that can help us in healthy digestion, my dear student. Then what else? So here so this is it for the digestive system part, my dear students. And as I promised that in my videos regularly we'll cover some question and answers when we cover the topic. So since we have covered the topic of digestive system, so let's quickly see what questions may be asked from this particular topic. So what is the juice produced? Okay, so here I have marked few questions as circles. So basically these are one word, or this may come as fill in the blank. So I have marked it in circles. So what is the juice produced by liver called? Yes, now only I had explained, it's called bile. What is the other name of food pipe and digestive system? So what is food pipe called? It's esophagus. And what is digestive system called? Gastrointestinal system. The four major processes in digestion, so that's ingestion, digestion, absorption, and egestion. Yes, and then draw flow chart or pathway of how digestion process works. So that one I have showed you, like mouth, food pipes, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. So that particular part we need to draw in the exams. Explain in detail any 3 organs involved in digestion process. So this can be of completely of your choice, my dear students. We should I think that we have covered 3 6 I think almost 6 to 7 parts we have covered. So you can learn 4 parts in detail, so whenever we have and the way, my dear students, I have explained to you guys in my the series of video. If you will regularly watch these videos, you need not to mug up these exactly, because the more you understand, you will be able to write in your exams in own words, provided the grammar should be correct. Yes, so that's, since I have explained. So for example, I'll tell you again about the mouth. So what happens? So first thing, what can you write? You can write the digestion system starts from the mouth. There are various different parts that contributes to this process in the mouth. They are teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. The food that we eat, the teeth helps to chew and grind the food that we eat. The saliva that's excreted from the salivary glands helps us to churn the food further, and then the food is pushed with the help of tongue to the alimentary canal or the food pipe. Yes. Then what can you write? Yeah, the tongue also helps in taste. So these are the few points. The other name of the alimentary canal. Yeah, so pretty much this is what we have written and I have explained to you. So my dear students, see, it's so easy that we will just understand here. So the first process starts, the mouth is the first part of alimentary canal. Then I've explained to you what does a mouth contain and how each part of the mouth helps to carry out this process. So here, point by point, if we'll remember what all parts we have in the mouth, what all each how does each part contribute to this entire process, is how we can form an answer out of it. Then what is the function of tongue? Now only I have told you, my dear students. One is it helps to push the food to the food pipe, and the other one, it helps us in taste. Name the organ from where digestion begins. So this, from where it begins? It begins from mouth. Which juice helps the food to digest completely in small intestine? This also I have covered just immediately. The bile juice secreted from liver, and the digestive juices from pancreas. What is alimentary canal and saliva? We have just discussed. Write 4 ways to improve digestion process. We have just covered that, my dear students. You can mention any 4. We have discussed 5. Name the organ involved in digestive system. So we have to mention all the organs: mouth, food pipe, stomach, liver, small intestine, large intestine. Yes. Then what is the use of digestive system in our body? So what is the use of it, my dear? So here you will get an answer. Is a group of organ that works together to convert the food. It involves the breakdown of food into smaller components that can be absorbed into the bloodstream and the elimination of undigested waste. So this is the purpose of entire why is the digestion process important? Why? So this is the answer of why it is important. Yes. And then what do we have? What is egestion and ingestion? Now only we have discussed. So the undigested food, when it gets excreted from our body, that is process called egestion. Ingestion is when we take. So when we eat the food is the basically ingestion part. Difference between small intestine and large intestine. So here, my dear students, we come to an end of our topic digestive system. But then, as I told, that there are 2 parts. One is the digestive system, which we have covered, and the other one is the excretory system. So this part of the topic we have covered, but in the same we have another, which is the excretory system. So we'll discuss in detail what is the excretory system, the different organs that are involved in this to complete this process, and we'll discuss each the function of each and all the organs in our next video. So in case you have still not subscribed my channel, do subscribe, do share with your friends and families, and we'll meet very soon. तब तक के लिए आप सबको मेरा जय श्री श्याम.